Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever in this world you may be. As I'm recording this video, this is your boy Turgon the Wise coming at you with a new video today. And today we're going to be talking about Lord of the Rings Rise to War. We're going to be talking about my current Kings of Men server. We're going to be talking about the the impact that we're seeing as the PBE changes are looming for the game. We're going to talk about the some of the impacts that I'm seeing across the community. And we're going to look at some battle reports. Awesome, good times. So, first and foremost, let's set the table. Here is what's going on in my King of Men's server, and it's not looking good. Uh, it's humbling, but I think we've fought very, very admirably and well. I'm proud of what we've done and what we've learned along the way. We knew playing a non-role play season was going to present its own unique challenges this season. We walked into this season with the expectation that we may be a punching bag. And we walked into this season with the expectation that the teams that we're facing will fight dirty and do anything that it takes to win. And indeed, they have. And that requires some coordination, which is impressive. Um, and it's honestly kind of a tactic that I think that older teams like Yadu have evolved past because the way that they're going about winning this server is through overwhelming force. It is Pran and Prak, which we like to call Prank, and they have allies with another group called VSOP and Ibis, and also this small group down here called Pratt. So we're talking about pretty much 5 full fellowships. And if you want to see, the context, here's your, it's basically 100, 100, 100, 100. There's 400 there and another 96. So what's 5 minus 500? 495 versus 200. And yeah, like kudos, congratulations. You did it. That's what it took to beat us. Pat on the back for you. You needed 500 players. I have absolutely no doubt that any of these teams, 1v1 or 2v2, would have absolutely no chance against this coalition that we have formed with a fellowship called What? What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Yeah, we're getting hurt bad. And it's humbling, and it's good in a way for all of us because it shows us where we are in terms of our strength and our progression. Um, it sets the bar. When you just win all the time, you don't really truly know how strong you are. You need to lose to understand what your ceiling is. And yeah, we could definitely have done better this season in a number of ways. There was a couple of small mistakes that we made from a decision-making perspective early on that definitely led to a quicker this happening more quickly. And also, I mean, like I said in the beginning of this video, we're going through a learning curve, having many players on our teams playing non-role play for the first time, either ever or in many, 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 many seasons. Like myself, I played non-role play in my second season playing the game. This is my 11th season. So if you think that I'm playing non-role play the same way in my 11th season that I did in my second season, you would be wrong. I have many more commanders available, much more gear available, much better understanding of the game available. And the game has evolved since then. I mean, in my second season, there wasn't a King of Men's campaign. So here we are. It's a very, very different scenario all these years later. And by and large, it's been a lot of fun. It's been humbling, and they will absolutely, undoubtedly take everything from us. They are not a group that negotiates or shows mercy or kindness in any way. I don't expect them to give us any respect. I expect them to take every single tile that we have off of the map and paint this map blue. And they certainly have the strength and capability to do that. And it's not what I would do if I was them. You know, the last couple of seasons, we've shown our competitors, um, once they have indicated that um, they're waving the white flag, we let them have some rewards. And these people will not do that. And honestly, um, that's the prerogative, but my opinion is that's some serious small dick energy, and that's the kind of crap that I don't really like seeing in the game. But it is what it is, and all you can do is kind of, bite the pillow and take it. But we are now 22 days into the season, and I've almost reached a million merit. Um, I haven't been playing as much as I would like this season. I've had a lot of real life obstacles in my way that have hindered my ability to contribute as much as I would like. And you can see some of the absolutely insane work that my peers in Yadu and what have done. And my hat's off to everyone on both of these really fantastic teams. Much love to everyone, and I hope that you will continue to be partners beyond the season. Wow, Darth Malik, you're already 49th in contribution, and you just have been here for like a week and a half tops. That's crazy. So, that's awesome. Darth Malik came over. He was in the Pirates, and he and a couple of guys are taking a break from Pirates this season and came over here and have been helping us out, and appreciate them. So shout out to Darth Malik, Ambassador, Roram, Fellow of the Rings, and I think there was a couple of other guys. Oh, Puck. Yeah, Puck too. Not sure where you're at right now, if you're still playing or if you're maybe you're focusing on your main now that the Pirates season has started. I'm just going to get rid of some notifications here because it drives me nuts. I hate seeing these red dots. Get rid of the notifications. So yes, this is the kind of team that don't really win through strategy or tactics or guile or intelligence. Or adjusting to your enemy, they just are going to come at you with overwhelming force. And I kind of had the inclination this was going to happen prior to the season. I was trying to get some more allies for us, but it just didn't work out. And that's just the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. I'm not crying about it. It is what it is, and we're going to learn from it and move on. So that's what's going on with our server in my 11th season of Lord of the Rings: Rise to War in this King of Men campaign. Let's take a look at some reports here. I have some doozies. It's been honestly pretty fun. This guy decided to throw his level 50 wailed out Gil-galad at my Elrond, and indeed, this would prove to be a poor decision. This is a really good Gil-galad, I would have to say, and I completely turned him into dog meat. Total annihilation, and I love it. I saw it coming and I was like, you're really going to send that at me? Thanks for the free prestige. 7,400 prestige is a good amount of prestige for one battle. This is not the greatest rapport, but then again, when you're designed to kill ranged and you go up against all melee and you draw against with a level disparity of 5, I would say this is actually a pretty good report. Look at the damage that I put out there. I mean, he healed a ton, and he's got he's got chariots. So, yeah, the gear isn't great on him. I don't bother with madness. Oh, he's got the mounted unit supply. Okay. Oh, cleave. Yeah. Let's see what kind of commander damage he did. 35,000 is actually pretty decent commander damage for a Theoden. Um, not not bad all in all. Did I get him with this? No, Frodo Bomb didn't do anything to him. This is a report I'm pretty happy with, to be honest. Totally wiped out all of his Cavaliers, a level disparity of 3. And then, just talking about Pran and Prak. I mean, Prak is not nearly as strong or impressive as a team as Pran. They definitely have their fair share of whales, but by and large, Prak is more of a pathing fellowship. Um, they're just a tactical piece on the board, as opposed to the ones that are doing the heavy lifting. Not bad at all. 182,000 damage here. The Reapers doing work, the Swans doing the tanky tank, and then they killed all these guys. The drummers. Drummers are a cool unit. If you're not familiar with drummers, if you're some of my friends that are still playing RP, you don't know what drummers do. This is what drummers do. They're really, I mean, this is basically NRP meta right here. You've got the Swans taking the damage, you've got the drummers buffing the damage, and then you've got a damage dealer like Reapers on Gandalf, who has a tremendous amount of evasion and survivability and tankiness. So this is what I'm going with from a gear perspective on him. I've got the Rend going on, I've got some fire protection, manipulate, and critical care pipe. This build shouldn't really be surprising to anyone. Yes, I go with free peoples to try to mitigate some of the damage on these guys, and I went with the full wizard for the -50 defense, and I think that made a big difference as well. And then White Council for more mitigation. So this ended up working pretty well. This is another build, and I got to credit Roram with this one. Thanks for your help, buddy, talking me through a number of different builds before the season started. This Grima build has been really good against specific enemies. Physical damage enemies like this, all melee, he's going to do really well. And you can see that reflected here in this 262,000 damage that was dealt. Um, Good spread. I mean, the Oathbreakers did really good damage here, and the Shire Protectors did their thing. I'm waiting for a new batch of them to come out, so that'll be really helpful. Great report here, and the level disparity. And you can see, like, these Prac commanders are just not particularly great. No uniques or anything like that. Nothing super special about Prac. If you want to see whales, you go to Pran. And you see that here's Elrond, and against whale Aomers, Elrond gets massacred. But this Aomer isn't a whale Aomer. It's just, I would say a dolphin, maybe a baby whale. What? Fire protection? I'm not going to hit you with fire protection, bro. Very generic. They're a very generic, like cookie cutter kind of team. 344,000 damage. Boom. Take that, sucker. And then let's see if I have any other good reports here. This is a good report against a DD out leveled Gimli. But again, it's these Prac guys just it's not they're not bathed in gold or anything like that. Now I'll just let me show you what I'm doing with Grima. I'm also not bathed in gold by any stretch of the imagination. I'm running attack maneuvers. I want to get the defense to these obs, manipulate, Bane at Orcs. This is really an anti-Reaper build, but it's good against pretty much all melee. So that's what's going on with that. Oh, this is a good report. Underleveled. Again, Prac. Just underwhelming in general. When you start seeing Pran reports, you notice a big difference because I lose a lot more. um, let's see here. So now this is all reports from when I was asleep. There's Prac. This is one of Prac's, I would say, bigger players. Hugh Jackman. Um, this Dane's not super impressive, but what was impressive is that instead of using the Reaper build, I used the Alchemist build. Same formula, 800 Swans, and I use 800 Drummers and then fill the rest with the damage dealer, which is the Alchemists, and they certainly poured out a ton of damage here against this Dane. That's not full. And then you can see this 48 versus a 50 Sauron. Let's look at this Sauron. It's not a bad Sauron. Now we see a T3 unique weapon refined twice. So that's 180 gold mithril getting dumped into this. That's a ton of money. And he's got a second wind. Hysteria is an interesting choice. I think he needs a different helmet to be more effective, but we'll see how that goes. If he decides to go that route at some point in the future. But Elrond is a pretty good counter for Sauron. 352,000 damage here. If you're curious about what's going on with my Elrond from a skill and a gear perspective, this is what my Elrond looks like. My elves fully maxed out resistance protection high off Halberg. That's something that I finished this season. Fully maxed out Aegis, and then the carved dragon tooth. This is basically a meta Elrond right here. Although I don't have the rep to really fully leverage meta Elrond, it's just from a gear perspective, meta Elrond. I need more rep to get him there, and it's not going to happen. Let's see, what else did we do here? This was a bad report, but it's a mismatch. This DDCom shredded my Isildur here, but I did a good amount of damage, and I used a different build. I went with a more of an archer. It's more of a balanced build, and the damage, I would say these archers did okay, all in all. Um, the Dunedain really shined again, as they do. They're tanky. They do some good damage. So I was happy that I survived that. This is a great report, a 43 versus a 49. And this is, again, off the white with a unique. I think he also has pursuit fireworks here. So considering all of this, this is a great report. Here's what my Gandalf looks like again, just to show you it's the same build as I was using before. But here I'm using the Reaper build. So my 4,400 Reapers just purely did better than his 2,800 Reapers. I guess he was expecting me to have some range there. Maybe he was thinking he was going to hit the Elrond, and he hit the Gandalf, and that's what it looks like from a damage perspective. And again, just prac, not super impressive. Not super. Now this surprised me because normally my Elrond does really well against Sunid. Usually it's kind of like a fire versus fire scenario, and I would have expected to see more damage output from my Elrond. And I looked a little bit into this report, and I think what really happened is just his Arbalests just absolutely massacred me. Like I slaughtered his trolls and his halberdiers, and then I think the Arbalests just went ham on me and wiped me out. And kudos, that's a heck of a Sunid. Um, Not like a super whale student. I mean, again, and maybe it's because of these desert gauntlets, the T3 unique for Sunid, and again, it's refined twice, so that's 180 gold mithril getting dumped into this one item. So good build, good Sunid, kicked my butt. That is mobs. That's me. This is what happens when Grima doesn't hit physical damage. When he hits burn damage, absolutely crushed me. Very bad. I mean, he still did some damage because I had 2,000 Shire protectors, and they still pumped out 100,000 damage. They're doing their thing, going ham. While as long as there's another unit active, they don't really get touched. So you got to boogie through the 500 drummers and the 2,600 obs to get to these guys, and they definitely did some solid work in there, but it was not enough. Let's see here. Oh, this was a surprise. This Mouth of Sauron came out of nowhere. It's a very good Mouth of Sauron in terms of the gear, bathed in gold. This isn't fully upgraded, but it's got the right, it's got the trait that you want in Tranquility. And then a 4-star refined critical care pipe. I mean, that's rough. And he's got the drummers, the reapers, and the swans. So this is a really, really powerful Mouth of Sauron, and he really did a number on my Gandalf here. I got completely, I had no idea this was coming, and kudos to this player. Now, this is a funny report just because anytime you see a level 28 Frodo beating a level 48 anything, granted, he was using him as a pather with only 40 units, but then there's a Witch King I just got slaughtered by. Let's go back a little bit more. I think that's all the fighting that I have that's in my recent history. Let's see if I can find a couple more for you here before we call it. We go to move on to the next topic. I don't want to wrap up the video immediately here. What's this? No, it's just me hitting a 200. Okay. What's this? Oh yeah, this is just a guy taking my tiles. This GHTS. We used to think that these guys were alts of Pran and Prack, and for all we know, they could be. Um, but they just have been completely. They have been in our spawning region the entire season, distracting us, taking our farm, taking our tiles, making us use stamina and troops to deal with them while fighting on the front lines. So this is just another example of Pran and Prack having more people help them than they even need. Like if these people weren't doing this, the outcome wouldn't be different. It's just another annoying thorn in our side that shows you how much small dick energy they use. Honestly, I have no other way to put it than that. And if one of our competitors is watching this video and is offended by that, I apologize. But that is the reality of our situation. And if you don't like that, then maybe switch your tactics. That's all I'm going to say about that. Switch your tactics. If you don't like being called names like this, then do things differently so that you win in a more fair, equitable, and honorable way. This is an interesting. I mean, it's the level disparity, but not full army. And here's another one that surprised me here. I would have thought that my Elrond would have done better against this King of Men, Aragorn. But again, here we have a 3-star refined unique. So that is 300 gold mithril because it's 60 gold mithril to get it. It's 60 gold mithril for the first star. It's 60 gold mithril for the second star. So that's 180. And that's 120 gold mithril for the third star. So that's 300. This guy has dumped a tremendous amount of money into the game. And that's all you could do. I mean, I don't have anything really particularly special going on my Elrond. It took me 2 years to get this equipment to this level. So yeah, he beat me, but you had to spend a lot more money than me to do it, and that doesn't impress me when you just beat me with dollars. But you beat me, so kudos, kudos. I'm just looking for some more PvP reports here. Here's a Gilly versus my Grima, and this Gilly is not an overpowering Gilly, so it's an interesting build. I really like it. Here is this is what I'm used to seeing when Turgon when Elrond hits a Sunid, and this Sunid is actually stronger looking than the other one. Maybe it has something to do with the Unicomp using the trolls instead of the chariots. Maybe it's something with the skill build. He didn't have as nearly as many Arbalests, so that definitely had an impact as well. And again, another 7,000. Yeah, and then this is what I would expect to see from a golden level 50 Gimli versus a 45, my 45 Isildur here. So those are some reports. Now I want to talk about the PBE server and some of the things that I'm seeing across the community as a result of that, the changes that are coming. We don't know when the changes are going to be implemented, but probably it's going to be sometime before the end of the year. And what I'm seeing across the community is this: people are scared. We don't know for sure what all the changes will be that they're going to make because they have tested the PBE, and I don't know when the PBE ends. and they're going to take feedback from people from the PBE and maybe tweak some things more before implementation. But the bottom line is, resoundingly across everyone that I have spoken to that has either played the PBE or read and understood the changes that are being implemented from the PBE, it's not good changes. They're basically overhauling the entire game, and people don't like it. And as a result, people are not spending, people are not buying accounts, or people who are trying to sell accounts are unable to. So it's ultimately, from this point in time, from this standpoint, not good changes that they're doing to the game. But they've spent the money, they've taken the time to develop these things, so they will implement them, and there is nothing we can do at this point to stop them from doing that. So, does this mean the end of the game? I don't know. That's going to be something that we're going to have to just wait and see what happens. The opinion across the community from people that I have spoken to is that these changes are really to cater to the Asian market, so they seem to have decided to leave the West in the dust, and they don't care about our money. They don't care about our feedback and our what we like about the game. They're going to cater now to their home market in Asia and China, and so I guess they're expecting, if they lose 5,000 users, 10,000 users from Europe and North America, they don't care because they're going to pick up 50,000 users from China. And you know what? Maybe from a dollar and cents perspective, that's a good move to generate revenue from their product. But as a person who is a founder of this game. I started playing this game, and I'll walk you through because there's this event going on right now, and I'll share with you what my stuff looks like because it's actually pretty cool. Nope, that's not what I wanted to show. Where is it? It was like is it this thing? No. Where's the thing? There was a thing that you could click on that would like, is it this? No. How did I find it the other day? I want to share it with people. I shared screenshots of it with my Yadu friends in Discord. Shout out to Danny and Azer and Swalisi and Pure Hate, of course. Falk, Poet, Poet, Zico, all my friends on the leadership team. Love you guys. And where is that thing? Where did it go? What do I have to click on for that? It was like a story scroll thing. Is it here? It's not there. It's not this. I thought it was here. Where did it go? Uh, I'm sorry. Is it this? Ah! There we go. Here is my recollection. So I got a meeting for work in 15 minutes. I better wrap this up right quick here. All right, so this is fun. I love that they added this to the game because it's something that you don't get to see cumulative stats a lot in this game. So it's really cool when they do stuff like this. I have been playing since the 3rd of October, so my 2-year anniversary is coming up. My ring production is 110,308, and I've occupied as many as 19 lands of 300 power. I'm a regional force. Damn right. I play hard. You regard eliminating forces of evil as your duty. It's true. I do fight much better versus evil than good. You've hired neutral creatures such as Keepers, Wozus Hunter, and Bree Riders to fight for you. Yep, those have probably been the 3 neutral units I've used the most. Keepers this season and last season. Wozus Hunter, not as much. Maybe a couple seasons ago, and then Bree Riders season 7, definitely. When I was fighting against Yadu as Arnor, I used a lot of Bree Riders. Looking back, you've occupied 9,216 tiles and have built 591 fortresses, traveling to 70 regions. I have been a lot of places. I've done a lot of things in this game, and if you've watched my videos since I started making them, you will know that that is true. I got Aragorn 2 the day after I started playing the game. Khaldun has also become a great help to me. That's true. I used Khaldun a lot a few seasons ago when I played War of the Ring as evil, and I got 4.7 million prestige that season, and probably three-quarters of it was just from Khaldun. You've helped allies speed up construction 15,014 times. I have been in 55 battles. And I don't know what constitutes a battle. I'm guessing a red pin on the map. So 55 battles across 11 seasons. That's like 5 big battles per season. So that's definitely high activity. Lord Morpheus is my closest friend. They always have my back. Lord Morpheus, much love to you, buddy. I was actually expecting Swalisi to be here. His name in the game now is Aracano. And if you don't know, Aracano is, I forget if it's Kenyan. I think it's Kenya, the Quenya, the Elven language for, oh, who was Turgon's son? Shoot, I can't remember. So, Elise, you're gonna have to comment on this video if you watch this and let me know, because I can't remember. I'm pretty sure that it was Aracano is the Quenya for Turgon's son, or maybe it's his brother. I can't remember. Mm. Anyway, moving on. In this season, using Theoden, I fought 2 enemies and obtained 24,419 prestige. So that's like 12,000 prestige per fight. So I'm guessing some ding dong uh, used like all of their commands on like Ravagers or some other like T4, and I just walked through them like a warm knife through butter, and got a whole bunch of prestige, and so that got notability here. That's pretty cool. I have won 3 times. I've explored Middle Earth for more than 3 seasons, but okay. This is my 11th season, but we'll go with it. I have won 3 times recently. Technically, I've got 4 wins. Or is it 5? I've got 5 wins on my resume total, but I guess this is unique wins across different um, campaign types. So they only count when you win. If you win War of the Ring twice, it's only going to count once in that situation. And I have won War of the Ring twice, so it's counting that once. I have won Rebuilding Glory once or twice. I don't know. Maybe it's not counting my season 2 win. Interesting. Interesting. So you have been all around Middle Earth over the past year. Your mighty name is feared and respected, and that is awesome. And I love that they added this. It's very cool. I wish that it was around all the time and not just during special events like this Matham House special, which is designed to make me spend more money. And I've spent a couple of bucks because I wanted the stickers, but I'm not going to go balls to the wall giving him my money because I don't honestly know what my future is in this game. I'm not really looking forward to the PvE changes. I'm pretty burned out and tired. Like I said, there's been a lot of conflict in my real life that have prevented me from playing as much as I would consider normal. My activity is down, eh, not tremendously. I would say probably about 30% of what I'm probably doing about 60% of what I'm used to doing in a season, and a lot of that has to do with just the fact that I have to go into the office for work now. I can't work from home and kind of multitask between my work and playing the game. I am in the office and I don't want to be seen staring at my phone all day. So um, my productivity at work is probably soaring, which is great. And so probably I'm thinking after this season I might take a break, so I just wanted to set that expectation with my viewers that if following this season you don't see any videos from me for a while, I'm not dead, I'm okay. And I will probably come back. I'm thinking probably, um, I'll take a couple of months to relax, focus on my work, spend time with my family, rest my body, rest my mind, talk with people around the community, hear about what the changes are that are going on in the game, and then maybe we'll see about playing again at some point. I don't know if I'll play competitively. I don't think I will be uh, as useful in the new V2 as I am in this game. So I don't know. I don't want to be somebody who holds a competitive team back. I don't like feeling like I'm responsible for a team not performing up to potential. I don't want to be someone who is contributing to that. I want to be somebody who is helping to push a team to further heights. So I don't know where I'll go or what I'll do or when I'll be back. But that is my game plan right now, and I'm going to almost undoubtedly stick to it. I have talked with people in Yadu about this. I have talked with my wife about this. I've talked with a couple of my very close friends in the games, and I've set this expectation. So I'm now setting it with you as well because I love you all, and I'm the kind of guy where if I'm going to be late for dinner, I'm going to send you a text message and let you know, and not leave you wondering, where's Turgon? So at any rate, that is what PBE is doing to the game, and I don't like it. It's not really cool. I don't really know what happened over with NetEase over the last 2 years. This game was just filled with potential, and I love it. And I'm sad to see kind of them completely overhaul it and take it away. It's almost like I when I got into this game, it was like walking into a BMW dealership and I leased a BMW, and here I am 2 years later, and I'm going to wake up one morning and look in my driveway, and instead of seeing my BMW, I'm going to see a Fiat. Now, for all you people out there who love your Fiats, I don't mean to insult you, but the difference between a Fiat and a BMW, I think, is pretty um, apparent. So I'm just trying to paint a picture for you of like what I feel the changes are going to do to the game. And Fiats aren't terrible cars; they get terrific gas mileage, but they don't have nearly the performance, and they're not nearly as sexy as like a BMW or hell. Let's go with a Lamborghini. Do we want to call this game right now a Lamborghini? Maybe that's being too generous, but yeah, so that's how I feel about the changes. That's where I'm at with my life. That's what's going on with the game and the season. And if you're still hanging in and watching this video, I want you to know how much I appreciate your viewership, your feedback, your friendship, and leave me a comment below if you have any feedback or suggestions or ideas or anything at all. And I appreciate you so much. Thanks for taking the time to watch this video, and we'll talk soon. I'll be making a couple more videos before the season ends, even though the season is probably over in terms of the outcome. We still have a long way to go. We have 33 days until we're out of here, probably at a bare minimum. So um, you'll see me again before I take my break. Thanks so much again for watching. Take care of yourselves. Stay well. Cheers.